Open the frunk. Non-powered. I had it being held by a prop right there, as you can see. What's up guys, it's your boy John. We're back again here with an awesome product for the Tesla Model Y. Hansshow, smart your vehicle, power frunk and power trunk. So, we're gonna do a little unboxing. All right, so we have a emergency release latch. The struts, ooh, feels very high quality. Some wires, again the strut again, very high quality. This is what goes into your car. Of course, wiring harness pretty much intercepts the OEM signal. This right here is the mechanism that goes onto your OEM latch and pretty much gives it that soft close. So the strut brings it all the way down to like the very last inch, but then this kind of pulls it and then gets it nice and tucked in. So there's a little motor here, and then we got the brains of the unit. So this is labeled Model Y Frunk, and it's supposed to be water resistant, so that's gonna be great, of course. Oops. Brackets, these brackets hold the power struts, got some zip ties, some 3M tape. And this is just the emergency release. So very cool. Parts aren't too bad. It's very simple. I've installed these power frunks before on a Model S. Model Y is going to be a new one for me, but I also did a Hansshow Model 3, and it's pretty straightforward. All right, so we're going to be installing a front trunk. So you just have to go to controls, pop it. All right, so we're in front of the Model Y. Let's open the frunk. Non-powered. To remove these, it's actually very simple, just some 10 millimeters. First, you can remove this. It's just held by clips. Front, and then two inside the thing. I just like to leave the bolts just whole thing comes out pretty easily. Now there is a plug right here that you need to remove. Oh, and I forgot there's a plastic trim piece right here that holds the water reservoir for your windshield wipers. Take that back out. And voila, the whole thing comes out. Next off, there are some more 10s. We have to remove the biodefense air filter. So let's do that too. All right, so you do see the innards of everything here. You see that strut right there? That's what you need to remove. It's actually very far in the back. So it's this thing coming up here. There's a little ball joint. You can use a flathead or a trim tool to remove, but that's all it's gonna take, and that piece will come off. All right, so this part is out, and you can see originally this thing was attached to the top. This way I can demonstrate it a lot easier. I can show you guys. So boom. To remove the top, you get like a flathead. In this case, I used a knife. So my flathead was just too big. And then I put it through here. You just need to have it enough like this. So I kind of just twisted my wrist and then I smacked it with my other hand. So one hand, I have it kind of like this. The other hand, I go wham. And then it pops out because you can see the inner side, but when you do this, it opens it up a little bit. See it? Barely. I barely twisted it, and it's enough where you whack it, it comes out. This side, you hit it with a 13 mil, get loose. It's actually not that tight, and then you start unscrewing it. That's it. This whole piece comes out. Do it to the other side. Before I do the other side, I have it being held by a prop right there, as you can see. You want to install this bracket. I'm going to install one side of the struts just so it's more or less, it's being held by something else. But R means right. But when you're in the driver's seat, right. Not when you're facing the car, but when you're inside of it. So there's an R bracket and an L bracket, right, left. Use this little hex thing, kind of go in there where the existing 13 millimeter used to be. And you want to tighten that bad boy into spec. Pretty simple. Do it in that same area. Okay, that little bracket right there. Let me see if I can get that in focus for you guys. So it only goes, remember, that's the R bracket, and it's going on the passenger side. And it only fits in one way, but you can tell that's where the new strut's gonna go, and it's gonna hold the top of this bad boy right here. So you're gonna hook up the strut from that little ball socket all the way down there to the one you removed over here. All right. Now, Hansshow provides excellent instructions. So now I'm just gonna slither this thing in. So, see right there, so that's popped in, clipped. You'll hear like a satisfying click. And all the way in the bottom, that bracket you just mounted, it's also clipped in there too. Okay, after you install both the struts facing down, it has enough force to hold the hood by itself. Next thing we want to tackle is this electronic frunk system. There's going to be 2 10s right here. So 1, 2, remove those, and we'll move forward. The next thing you want to do is remove the original locking block spring, and then we have to install the smaller bracket for the electronic suction lock, and the side will hook face outwards. So you should have something like this. This is the original bracket, but then we have the Hansshow one right behind it, and that one goes right behind it, and it kind of hooks up to this hook right here, and that's it. So you have this little black hook, hooks right here. You put the original spring back, everything's locked down, and you should be able to kind of just mount it to its OG spot. And we should be set. Now it's a matter of installing it in reverse. This bad boy back again. All right, so I'm just gonna go one by one of everything that's plugged in. I think this is gonna be a lot easier doing about one by one by one. So I'm just gonna go everything at once. First thing you need to plug in are the struts. So there are 2 wires that every strut has. Boom, boom. Same with this one, boom, boom. The next one is the red, the power, the B+. You hook it up there. I have it screwed on here. Now it depends if you have a lithium ion like me, 2023, or you have the older lead acid battery. So if you have a lithium, that's how you're gonna mount it. Now, if you have red, then where's the black? The next thing off we have is the ground. So take a 10 millimeter, unscrew it, put the ground, then you're set. Followed by this little machine right here. This is gonna be the D5 plug. It's gonna be a little thicker plug. This plugs into the soft closing motor. Then we have D2, which is a little speaker. And we're already halfway done with all the plugs. Next off, let's go to more of the lever situation. Now, as you can see here, there's gonna be a plug right here that you need to plug in. And you're gonna daisy chain the main control box into here. So there's one plug. Next off, again, another daisy chain. This is gonna be an OEM one that you have to unplug and then daisy chain. Lastly, there is this wire. This is its own little unit that goes right here. Those are all the plugs. And as you can see, I have the little switch right here. This is just from the trunk liner, so you can get power, so you can test it. Now, after everything is, you can wrap it up, clean it up, make it look nice and pretty. But just as a test, you can press a button, and you can see it goes down. Now, you can change the speed of this based off of, as you can see, I have it on wicked fast. But you can change the speed using this this little button right here. Hold it down. When you hold it down, if it beats 6 times, that's super fast. 5 is a little bit slower, 4 is a little bit slower, 3 a little bit slower, 2 is a little bit slower, and so forth. So that's what you do if you want to adjust the speed. You don't need to. I have it on 6, and you can see it is kind of violent. But I like it, so I'm going to use the ab right here. Close it. Closing is perfectly fine. But when you open it up, it kind of shoots right up, which is great. So you pretty much want to tidy everything up from here. I do have a safety switch that I wired, and it goes to the tow hook. So there's going to be a little safety pull you can have for the tow hook. But yeah, let's mount everything and make it look pretty. All right, so after I mounted everything, I mounted the soft closing latch right here. You can see the little X. Pretty much just use zip ties to hold it on this metal rail. And then for the computer, I have it all the way back here, so it shouldn't interfere with the big old air box. And I have it zip tied as well. And I did zip tie some wires just to clean it up. This extra wire here is for that plug for the frunk. But overall, it looks great. Happy with the result. And just gonna put all the panels back, and I should be ready to go. All right, so that concludes the install for the Hansshow Power Frunk. Now, it's been amazing from the install to the way it works. I haven't had any issues, which is just really nice. Now, I've been installing Power Frunks since the Model S, 3, and all of that. This one I didn't need to do any adjustments. It just works right out the gate, and it's super reliable. And that is what I treasure the most, is being reliable. And then on top of that, it has nice features like fast, quick, closes. It actually shuts everything. Is the way it's aligned, it's perfect. It really is. So I know this is their V5, so they really did perfected it. That's what I like about these Tesla companies, is they take their time to continue to iterate through their versions and it gets better and better. I know these brackets are a little bit different, so they make little small tweaks to make it more reliable and just better. Now, I guess if you guys were interested in the Power Frunk, I'll leave a little link in the description. It's Hanshow's website, and also they have, if you use my code JOHN, J-O-H-N, you will get a pretty big discount. And on top of that, they're doing an Easter sale, so I don't know if you're not watching it right now, turns Easter, that's fine, but they're throwing sales all the time, and then if you use that affiliate code, it gives me a kickback and it helps out the channel. So I really do appreciate it if you guys will do that. But yeah, my favorite mod is now in the car, so that's perfect. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next Model Y video. See ya.